Test.
So I volunteered for this little session because I volunteered for this little session. I'm not part of the Hungarian or the Hungarian Heritage House, but there are some new developments which I think are very important for you guys. It's a good opportunity for new ways of getting to know Hungarian traditions. So I'm trying to get you through this page, this web page, which is really difficult. I never find it twice. I never find my way twice, the same way. So you go to our activities, and you go to this folklore database, and then you have a lot of databases here. First, you have this folklore database, which I'm not sure whether you have gone through it at all in your life. It was really difficult. I found it really hard to go to use this one. You have to know the collector. Stop again. Have to know the collector, then the place where he collected, and then you could have the chance to find a recording. It was impossible to find anything of that if you didn't know by heart the collector, the year, the place, anything. So it was really difficult. Now there is new stuff which is called beta folklore. And on this one you have something like which is more like a daily website. So you can find news. They try to put out some new stuff there. You've got the map. Can I just put it down? Thanks. And then you would have some cherry-picked recordings whatsoever on the side. So there is a lot of things that you can find here, interesting traditions whatsoever. But the good thing is that here in this place, you can put anything there, and then you will find good videos. So it's something that we could call a normal daily website. Now it works like this, which was not happening previously. So here you can choose between recordings or videos. If it would work, it doesn't really work. I mean, at home, it surely will work for you at home. And then you have the recordings themselves by a huge variety of options you can choose. So here if you look, I don't know how much you can see it out there from this one. So in a section which is here, you have the dance cycle name, the particular dance in the cycle. So it says here
in the first cycle there is a magyaros, which means something like a csártás or some kind of couple dance. And then if you go on, you will go to the next one, which is a lassú. So you can choose between dances, dance types, you can choose between different melodies. So you can click on one melody and then you can make the whole thing go there and be played. Now you cannot hear it, but you have an idea that you can see a lot of material, and now it's this much detailed. You can see the full cycle. It's still under development, so they are working on this one. That's why they call it the beta version. But this is very easy to use. You can use melodies, you can have dances, so it's good for dancers and musicians as well. I wanted to show you this because in the world there is a huge variety of recordings online. For example, the Cecil Sharp Music House has been put out a lot of material, which is again papers and music notations, and you cannot really do too much with it if you are a normal everyday person, if you are not a scholar. But with these ones, you can watch them home and enjoy. There are many recordings that are already restored or renovated, I don't know how you would call it. So you can even see chickens and tiny details on the recordings. Everything, it's fantastic. This example might not be the best ones, but there is a lot of recording coming out every day. Every day. This is a huge database. The other thing I wanted to show you is, I think is more interesting, is more life changer. Is the so-called Folk.me program, folk music educational program, which was started back in the, I don't know, 18 or 70 or 15 in Ukraine. Mainly in those parts that are under occupation at the moment. So this chap, now he's the director of the Heritage House, he went to Ukraine and he did a huge recording on Ukrainian singing, which has not been done before. And then he came home and he started to do the same thing with the Hungarian music. And which is very interesting in this one. So you see here you have Poltavshnya, which is a Ukrainian region. So what is great about this technique, what you have here, is that you have you can see the band playing. I would like you to hear some music, if you can do this. It will be quite important at this moment. But you know, you see familiar faces. So this recording had been done in the last couple of years. And thank you, Will. By origin, this was targeting scholars, that they record everybody parallelly, and they can research every member of the band and research what they do. But finally, I think it's more important for educational reasons. I think for purposes. So what you have, that you have this recording like that, and then you have this full recording like in a recording studio. Why it's good? It's good because you can switch off the one which you don't like. The other one is that you can mute your part, for example, if you are a double bass player, and then you can do a variety of things with it, which is the most relevant for us, that you have everybody recorded alone. And you have everything there, everything, particularly everything. So you can have, I mean, I was amazed how much work has been done on this. And you have the scores, you have the music, you can choose whatever you want. And I believe that it can be something similar than the rock bands. That you go home on a Saturday morning, your wife is cooking the dinner, and you go down to the basement and you pick up your guitar and you play along with a huge band behind you in your ears or whatsoever. So I just wanted to show you this. You probably have Szilágysági here. I'm not sure, but I'm nearly sure about that.
András, is the URL folk-me.com?
Sorry?
Is it folk-me or is it the underscore?
Yeah. No, it's not in the underscore.
Okay, so it's a hyphen. Folk-me.com.
Folk-what?
Folk-me.
Like me, folk me.
Yeah.
That's the idea. So the other question is phone friendly.
Have you got any questions? Do you want to talk about this a little bit? Any questions you have?
Yeah, the other one, was it betafolkloreadatbázis.com or
.hu.
.hu?
Okay.
Ki az, aki gyűjtötte ezeket a programokat?
Bót Miklós.
Az, aki ezt a madaras csinált, a politikus logót?
Mit? Nem hallottam.
Egy gitáros ember, ugye gitár?
Igen. És mit csinált?
Volt egy olyan csatornája YouTube-on, aminek egy kolibri volt a logója.
Ja, lehet. Neki van YouTube-on is csatornája, igen.
You have to just focus.
És ő a hagyományokrázának az igazgatója?
Igen.
Well, somehow I've got to get this translated.
Any other questions?
So a lot of these videos are for instructional purposes. They weren't made for entertainment, right?
Not particularly for entertainment. For, as I told you, it was made by the having in the mind that it's for research, especially in Ukraine. It was for research. Then later, also in Hungary, it's very good for research because what you could never do in your life, that you have the good musicians put together in one band and have all the stylistic dialects in there, then you can put it there and then you can have it and you have the scores and everything, so you can research it with something that is already prepared for research. So you don't have to do the preliminary work of doing the field recording, the music notation, correcting the mistakes and everything.
How is this being funded? It
Yeah.
seems like it would be very expensive.
And the funding part is normally in Europe there are huge funding possibilities with the assistance of the European Union, the Commission of the European Union. European Union has huge budgets. The biggest budget is for agriculture, where they give money back to the peasants if they don't touch the soil and they don't even harvest or stuff like that. But they also have good budgets, like the Creative Europe is a very good budget where they support arts and culture and crafts. Also media, movies, films, whatsoever. So this has been partly funded by the European Union, and also the Hungarian government has put a lot of money in it. This is done through the Heritage House. So I remember I was involved in the Erasmus, which is a Creative Europe fund, but we did others as well.
This has like 300 videos, right? So will there be more? Is this a live thing or it's at the end of the...
Every day there is new videos coming out, literally every day. This is now what they have invested a lot of time, is the Hungarian part, but they are working on the gypsy part, in the village gypsy part, and they are already preparing the urban gypsy part, and there are other targets where they want to go. There is a yearly plan that what they're going to record, and every year there are 400 rolling days or something like that, shooting days.
Do they take some of this from YouTube? Because it looked like one of the things that YouTube got.
The engine is YouTube, but it's not put out on YouTube.
Right.
So you won't find this on YouTube because then you miss the full information that is built in this one. So YouTube is just the media in this one. So I didn't want it to spend too much time on this one, just I wanted you to know this one. Yes, Valerie, you wanted to ask something.
Just, are these the ones that you're showing, or are you going to go on? Because I won't ask if you have some other ones.
No, these are the two I wanted to show you.
So, not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, I saw one was sent to me. It was, I can't remember, it had something guitar in it, and it had a lot of collections of dancers and musicians from different sections.
I think it was this one, which I showed you first. So it might be this one. Here you've got the library,
I see, it's under that.
and then you've got the folklore archive, which is I think is the venue itself where they do the digitization and collection management and everything. Then you have this folklore database. And then you have other databases or catalogs, if you like. There are library catalogs, there are recording catalogs, there are photo galleries, there are maps, and they digitize everything. And in the library, on the place, on the spot in the house of the Heritage House, you have an extremely good access to these online libraries like JSTOR and the rest. And there are other online databases and online resources like this, I never know how it is called in English, very difficult name, it is a section of the Hungarian Academy, which is a research center by itself already. And then it has this ethnomusicological department, which I don't know how it is called. Zenetudományi Intézet, and Zenetudományi Intézet has got other huge resources, like the Bartók system, or how they call it. Then they've got a huge database as well with a lot of recordings, but it's very difficult to access it yet. So this is why I didn't show it to you, because it's still for research purposes, and the metadata is not very good with it yet. They are working on it as well. Thank you for your attention. I hope you take something home with you with that one. Enjoy practice at home.
Thank you so much.